All right, English week 27. I cannot believe we're almost finished. So this week I looked at your papers. Majority of everybody had some semblance of their paper if they were not finished. So to recap thus far, you should have a keyword outline. You should have your first, second, and third paragraph. And this week we're working on the introduction and the conclusion to The Emperor's New Clothes. We talked about the principle that was learned in this lesson and how it's so important that we don't just comply to fit in, and how basically the emperor looked crazy at the end of the story because everybody complied with him. Everybody just said yes, even though that they knew that there was no new clothes. It took the innocence of a child to call that out. So please, please, please finish your papers this week. An introduction, a conclusion. Your 3 paragraphs should have already been written. If you haven't, finish that. So a 5-paragraph paper. And then we're going to read them in class together so we can go over that. And then we worked on finishing up To Kill a Mockingbird. We discussed chapters 28 and 29. This week, you are assigned to read chapter 30 and 31 this week, and then we're finished with the book. So we're talking about all the things that are coming into play. We're talking about how Bob is found dead, and how did he die, and how he attacked Jem and Scout, and why he did that. And then Boo Radley comes into play, and we learn a little bit about him and humanity and kindness and gestures. We talked about truth and grace and mercy and justice, and all of these conversations are coming up, which are great conversations. So I encourage you to finish reading the book, finish out strong chapter 30 and 31, To Kill a Mockingbird, and then finish your paper. Like I said, you should already have the keyword outline, the first 3 paragraphs, paragraph 1, 2, and 3, and then this week you're writing the introduction and the conclusion, and we're going to work on reading them in class for our last week. So, all right, finish out strong, guys. You've got it. I'll see you next week. Bye.